coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He spins through. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
25, check 25, check 25. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, tag 58 right. Rush it.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now it's Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, 4 down, 4 down. Let's go, 14.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I got 83. I got 83. Me.
12. 12.
Single. I got 6.
Let's go. 14.
Now Wilson on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Watch left. Start with this.
12. 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
We're rolling. We're rolling.
Tight end left. 4 down. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Monday. Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Stay 50.
Watch out.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
3 down. 21. 6. Mike's 56.
Zebra.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
3 down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roger. 3 down.
Hey, tack 32.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down.
They snap it to Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Friday.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
19. Still going 4 down.
Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
12.
Back now at Ford Field. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Mike 40.
Hey!
He's coming.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got four down. Pick the edge. Come.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Zebra.
Wilson now from the gun. He'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it a second down.
Tempo, baby, let's go to work, come on.
Watch tight. Tight.
12.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
19.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Saturday. Gotta go.
Wild Bill.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Strong right.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's the line.
Hey, over here. Gun. Time. Green 80.
Hey, you're on an island, no.
Spread left.
On second down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
4 down.
Don't take forever, okay?
He's checking. Crash.
Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side. Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Pretty move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Single. 12. Hey. Here I come.
Oh, Wilson gonna throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Good. Tag 53. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he powers his way up past the 30.
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Watch tight end. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even.
They run again with a jive. What a spin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Alert! You go tight. You got tight right there. Check your hot read.
They run with a jive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
21.
Check 43.
Hey, 4 down. Tag 53.
No.
They'll toss it to a jive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight Mike. 54 is Mike.
Middle, let's go.
54.
Yeah, 4 down, tag 53.
Show an 8. Show an 8.
Big 20.
36.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Big 20.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over.